Chapter 9, Introduction to Photoshop 2022. Pre-processing. Features of Photoshop 2022. Components of Photoshop 2022 Workspace. Using the Tools panel. Drawing tools. Starting Photoshop 2022. Working with files. Selection tools. Painting tools. Adobe Photoshop is a powerful graphics editing software. It lets you create, edit, optimize, and organize digital images. You can use Photoshop to improve the quality of an image, add, remove, and replace objects from an image, and apply artistic effects to an image. It enables you to create professional images for posters, books, magazines, banners, flyers, websites, newsletters, and much more. Let us learn about Photoshop 2022, one of the latest versions of Photoshop. Features of Photoshop 2022. Features of Photoshop are: 1. The Layers feature in Photoshop allows users to create separate levels on which they can edit images or add text, shapes, or other design elements. 2. The selection tools in Photoshop allow users to select specific parts of an image to edit or move. 3. The Brushes tool in Photoshop allows users to paint on an image or to create different effects by using different brush settings. 4. The filters available in Photoshop allow users to change the appearance of an image by applying different effects. 5. It lets you convert images saved in different formats to the native format used in Photoshop. 6. It provides a large number of file presets to create images of different dimensions and layouts. Starting Photoshop 2022. To start Photoshop 2022, 1. Click the Start button on the taskbar. The Start menu appears. 2. In the list of programs, click Adobe Photoshop 2022. Photoshop 2022 Start Workspace opens. It provides options to create a new file or open an existing file. 3. Click the New File button. The New Document dialog box opens. It provides several document size presets to create a new file. 4. Select the desired document preset. 5. Click the Create button. The Photoshop 2022 Workspace opens. Components of Photoshop 2022 Workspace. The components of Photoshop 2022 Workspace are described below. Application bar. The application bar present at the top of the Photoshop Workspace provides menus such as File, Edit, Image, and Layer to perform various tasks in Photoshop. It also contains control buttons to minimize, maximize, and close the Photoshop Workspace. Tools panel. The Tools panel present on the left side of the Photoshop Workspace provides various tools to create and edit images. Options bar. The Options bar present below the application bar displays options for the currently selected tool. Document window. The document window present below the Options bar displays the file you are currently working on. Multiple files can be opened in the document window as separate tabs. Panels. Panels present on the right side of the Photoshop Workspace display various controls to view and specify various properties for an image. Status bar. The status bar present at the bottom of the document window displays information about the current image, such as current magnification level and file size. Knowledge discovery. The Options bar contains the Workspace Options button that lets you switch between different workspaces having their own settings and display to work with images. Working with files. Creating a new file. You can create a file, save a file, or open a saved file from the Photoshop Workspace window. To create a new file, 1. On the application bar, click the File menu and select the New option. The New Document dialog box opens. It displays various blank document presets grouped under different categories. Each preset has its own size, orientation, resolution, and color mode. 2. Click the required category and select the required preset. 3. In the Preset Details panel, do the following. Specify the width and height for the file. Specify the orientation, portrait or landscape for the file. Specify the resolution for the file. A higher resolution results in greater clarity of the image. Specify a color mode for the file. A color mode determines the number of colors that can appear in the image. Specify the background color for the file. You can choose from white, black, or any other desired color. 4. Click the Create button. A new blank file with the specified options opens in the workspace. Saving a file. You should save a file after making any changes in it. To save a new file, 1. On the application bar, click the File menu and select the Save As option. The Save As dialog box opens. 2. In the File Name box, type a name for the file. 3. Click the Save button. Photoshop saves the file with the extension .psd. Opening a saved file. You can open a saved file to view or edit it. To open a saved file, 1. On the application bar, click the File menu and select the Open option. The Open dialog box opens. 2. Select the file you want to open. 3. Click the Open button. The selected file gets opened in the Photoshop workspace. Using the Tools panel. The Tools panel contains a collection of tools that enables you to create, edit, and enhance images. Various tools in the Tools panel can be grouped into following categories. To use any tool, click its icon in the Tools panel. Most tools in the Tools panel have a small triangle at their bottom right corner, which indicates more tools hidden under it. Click and hold the mouse button on a tool to open a fly-out menu to view the hidden tools. Changing background and foreground colors. Photoshop uses a foreground color to paint, fill, and stroke selections, and a background color for gradient fills and the erased areas in an image. The default foreground and background color is black and white respectively. To change the foreground or background color, 1. Click the foreground or background color selection box in the Tools panel. The Color Picker dialog box opens. 2. Drag the color slider to choose a color. 3. Click in the color selection box to choose the shade of the selected color. 4. Click the OK button. The foreground or background color is changed as per the selected color. Knowledge discovery. To reset foreground and background to default colors, press the D key on the keyboard or click the default colors icon in the Tools panel. Click the Switch Colors icon to swap the foreground and background colors. Selection tools. Selection tools are used to select an image or part of an image. Some selection tools in Photoshop 2022 are Marquee tools, Lasso tools, Magic Wand tool, Move tool, and Crop tool. Let us learn to use these tools. Marquee tools. The marquee tools are used to make rectangular, elliptical, single row, and single column selections in an image. To use a marquee tool, 1. Open a saved image. 2. In the Tools panel, click and hold the mouse button on the marquee tool. A flyout menu opens. 3. Select a marquee tool. Rectangular marquee tool to select a rectangular or square area of an image. Elliptical marquee tool to select an elliptical or circular area of an image. Single row marquee tool to select a row of 1 pixel width. Single column marquee tool to select a column of 1 pixel width. The mouse pointer changes to a small plus sign. 4. Do one of the following. For rectangular or elliptical marquee tool, click and drag over the area you want to select. For single row or single column marquee tool, click an area in the image. A dashed border surrounds the selected area. Knowledge discovery. Hold down the Shift key as you drag the rectangular marquee tool or elliptical marquee tool to make a square or circular selection respectively. Lasso tools. The lasso tools are used to make freehand, polygonal or magnetic selections in an image. To use a lasso tool, 1. Open a saved image. 2. In the Tools panel, click and hold the mouse button on the lasso tool. A flyout menu opens. 3. Select the required lasso tool. Lasso tool to draw a free-form selection area. Polygonal lasso tool to draw a polygonal selection area. Magnetic lasso tool to draw a selection area that snaps to the edges of defined areas in the image. The mouse pointer changes according to the selected lasso tool. 4a. With the lasso tool, 4.1, click and drag the mouse pointer over an area to draw a freehand selection border. 4.2. Release the mouse button to close the selection border. B. With the polygonal lasso tool, 5.1, click in the image to set the starting point for the selection border. 5.2. Click at the position where you want the first segment to end. 5.3. Continue to set endpoints for subsequent segments. 5.4. Click at the starting point to close the selection border. C. With the magnetic lasso tool. 6.1. Click in the image to set the starting point for the selection border. 6.2. Move the mouse pointer along the edge of an object you want to select. As you move the pointer, the selection border snaps to the edges of the object in the image. 6.3. Click at the starting point to close the selection border. Magic Wand tool. The Magic Wand tool is used to select similarly colored areas in an image. To use the Magic Wand tool, 1. Open a saved image. 2. In the Tools panel, click and hold the Quick Selection tool. A flyout menu opens. 3. Click the Magic Wand tool. The shape of the mouse pointer changes to a 4. In the options bar, specify any of the following as desired. In the tolerance box, enter a value in pixels ranging from 0 to 255. Tolerance determines the color range of selected pixels. A low value selects colors very similar to the pixel you click. A higher value selects a broader range of colors. Tick mark the anti-alias option to create a smoother edge selection. Tick mark the contiguous option to select areas in the image adjacent to the selected color, else all pixels in the entire image using the same color are selected. Tick mark the Sample All layers to select colors from all visible layers, else the Magic Wand tool selects colors from the active layer only. 5. Click the color in the image you want to select. Photoshop selects the areas in the image as per the specified options. 6. To add to your selection, press Shift key and then click another location in the image. Move tool. The Move tool is used to move a selected part of an image from one location in the file to another. To use the Move tool, 1. Open a saved image. 2. Select the part of the image you want to move. 3. In the Tools panel, click the Move tool. The mouse pointer changes to a sign. 4. Click and drag the selected part of the image to another location. The selection gets moved to the new location. Crop tool. The crop tool is used to remove unwanted parts from an image. To use the crop tool, 1. Open a saved image. 2. In the Tools panel, click the Crop tool. Borders appear around the edges of the image. 3. Drag a corner handle to crop the image diagonally or an edge handle to crop the image along that edge. 4. Press the Enter key. Photoshop crops the image as per the selection. Drawing tools. Drawing tools are used to draw different kinds of shapes. Some drawing tools in Photoshop 2022 are Shape Tools and Custom Shape Tool. Let us learn about these tools. Shape Tools. The shape tools are used to draw geometrical shapes on an image. To draw a shape with the Shape tool, 1. In the Tools panel, click and hold the Rectangle tool. A flyout menu opens. 2. Select the shape you want to draw. The pointer changes to a small precision pointer. 3. In the options bar, specify the fill color, stroke size, and stroke style for the shape. 4. Click and drag to draw the required shape. Custom Shape Tool. The Custom Shape tool is used to draw customized shapes such as stars, flowers, leaves, and arrows. To draw a shape with the Custom Shape tool, 1. In the Tools panel, click and hold the Rectangle tool. 2. Select the Custom Shape tool from the flyout menu that appears. 3. In the options bar, click the down arrow besides Shape option and select the shape you want to draw. Specify the fill color, stroke size, and stroke style for the shape. 4. Click and drag the mouse pointer in the image to draw the selected shape. Painting tools. Painting tools are used to paint strokes and fill areas with colors. Some painting tools in Photoshop 2022 are Brush tool, Pencil tool, Gradient tool, and Paint bucket tool. Let us learn about these tools. Brush tool. The brush tool is used to paint strokes on an image. To use the brush tool, 1. Open a saved image. 2. In the Tools panel, click the Brush tool. 3. On the options bar, do the following. Click the Brush Preset Picker button and select a brush style and specify its size. Click the Mode down arrow and select a painting mode for the stroke. Click the Opacity down arrow and specify the transparency for the stroke. Click the Flow down arrow and specify the rate at which color is applied as you move the brush over the image. 4. Click the Set Foreground Color box and select a color from the Color Picker dialog box. 5. Click and drag the mouse pointer on the image to draw strokes. Knowledge discovery. The pencil tool works in the same way as the brush tool. The brush tool creates soft-edged strokes of a color, while the pencil tool creates hard-edged lines. Gradient tool. A gradient tool is used to fill selected areas with a blend of multiple colors. You can select a preset gradient fill or create your own gradient. To use the gradient tool, 1. Open a saved image. 2. Select the area of the image where you want to apply the gradient. 3. In the Tools panel, click the Gradient tool. 4. On the options bar, do the following. 4.1. Click a gradient type button: linear, radial, angle, reflected, and diamond. 4.2. Click the gradient sample bar. The gradient editor dialog box opens. 4.3. Choose a gradient from the presets list or create a new gradient using the gradient bar. 4.4. Click the OK button. 5. Click and drag the mouse pointer in the selected area of the image. Photoshop fills the area with the selected gradient in the direction of the drag. Paint Bucket Tool. The Paint Bucket tool is used to fill similarly colored adjacent areas with the foreground color. To use the Paint Bucket tool, 1. Open a saved image. 2. Select the foreground color. 3. In the Tools panel, click the Paint Bucket tool. The mouse pointer changes to a bucket pointer. 4. Click the desired location in the image. Photoshop fills the area with the selected foreground color. Mind Fog. If the area clicked with the Paint Bucket tool is a closed region, it gets filled with the selected color, else the entire open region of the image gets filled with the color. Database. Brothers Thomas and John Knoll developed Photoshop in 1987. Thomas Knoll, then a PhD student at the University of Michigan, began writing a program on his Macintosh Plus to display grayscale images on a monochrome display. The program caught the attention of his brother John, a visual effect artist who encouraged Thomas to turn it into a full-fledged image editor. The two brothers worked together on the application until, in 1988, they sold the distribution license to Adobe Systems Incorporated. On March 31, 1995, Adobe purchased the rights to Photoshop from Thomas and John Knoll for $34.5 million. Post-processing. Adobe Photoshop is a powerful graphics editing software that lets you create, edit, optimize, and organize digital images. The application bar present at the top of the Photoshop workspace provides menus such as File, Edit, Image, and Layer to perform various tasks in Photoshop. Panels present on the right side of the Photoshop workspace display various controls to view and specify various properties for an image. The Tools panel contains a collection of tools that enables you to create, edit, and enhance images. The marquee tools are used to make rectangular, elliptical, single row, and single column selections in an image. The lasso tools are used to make freehand, polygonal, or magnetic selections in an image. The Move tool is used to move a selected part of an image from one location in the file to another. The Crop tool is used to remove unwanted parts from an image. The Shape tools are used to draw geometrical shapes on an image. The Custom Shape tool is used to draw customized shapes such as stars, flowers, leaves, and arrows. The Brush tool is used to paint strokes on an image. The Brush tool creates soft-edged strokes of a color, while the Pencil tool creates hard-edged lines. A Gradient tool is used to fill selected areas with a blend of multiple colors. The Paint Bucket tool is used to fill similarly colored adjacent areas with the foreground color.